So you have to do more. Like it has to be more going on outside the music. I think the music is the last thing that people buy into.
I think I'm a special.
When you look at Cardi B, she came from the stripper pole, went on Love and Hip Hop as a reality TV show. Everybody's really connected to this character or this character, like she's a protagonist in the show. So it's like, oh, you do music too. And then she already went on this Instagram. She's already on Instagram, public social media, page. What's the social media page? The social medium, sorry. And she's quite known on there. She has a number of followers already. So this personality that bleeds through her videos, and then she now finally does music, and then everybody's connected to this thing. I think what's very important is to document your journey and also to be yourself at all times. I think that's very important, and I know everybody goes around saying, oh yeah, be yourself, and that will essentially be that will essentially be the difference in the end. And I do believe that. And I'm not saying that just because it's just rhetoric. Like you being different, being yourself will be the difference in the end. And ultimately, like that's Cardi B is just one example. Tyler the Creator, for example, he was like a shock in the industry when he came in. Like he literally did everything. He produced his work from a sonic standpoint. He made an album called Bastard, which has shock value. I'll get into that probably a little later. And he made the artwork for it and ushered through like a sound that hip hop was not accustomed to. And now he's going to make shows, but we've always known these things, and we've been on a journey with Tyler since 2009, 2010, because he's called himself the creator, and we feel like very invested in what he does, even outside music. He has shows, he has a character, he has personality, you have the clothing, you know Tyler when you see Tyler. That's what's drawn people to him, and they're like, oh, he does music too. Like he does music at a high level, and you even can know that the kind of music he listens to because he tweets it out, and he might play in the background and stuff like that.
Didn't he say he like
Yeah, he did.
I got mixed opinions on that.
That's an unfortunate. That's an unfortunate.
He's still a good artist.
That's an unfortunate. He's an incredible artist. Yeah. But yeah, he's another one. When I say be more than your music, the artists he's brought through, the Earl Sweatshirts of the world, even Frank Ocean to a certain degree, you can see the kind of space he's in. He's separated. He's on his own, and you can tell he's not being someone else. He's only being himself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Honestly, I think in a weird way, people don't realize it because of the climate we're in. We're asked to be more. Like even on YouTube, I remember when you come on YouTube, people don't have to necessarily be editors or like editors of their work. They can give it to someone else to do. Now you find that a lot of people, the majority of people on YouTube, they have their own channel, they're editing their own work, they're writing concepts, like they're essentially shooting for themselves. Like there's a lot of jobs like you're doing audio, you're audio and engineering as well to a certain degree. And you're creating content. And you still have a job to do outside of the job you do on YouTube. You're asked to do more and be more. And it comes to a certain point where now YouTubers are presented for major corporations and stuff like that. So it's like, even if you don't want to, you're gonna have to.
Do you feel like
it's inevitable?
Like there's an element of stubbornness, though.
But there's an element of stubbornness. Like people are still, there's mentality. There's a mentality out there that I can only be one thing.
Do you think that music in itself, as in singular music, is an unsustainable art form? In that sense,
I think in the climate we're in, it's very difficult for you to say you just do music. The climate in we're currently is the content climate. I need to know everything about you to feel, or most things about you to feel invested.
Yeah, I can see
Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, all of these things I'll bring there. There's got nothing to do. It's about what I'm doing. It's about vlogging. It's about what I'm doing of the day. Oh, I remember when me and my friend went to Wireless. Oh, we saw this person. We saw this person. Then we see them have a vlog 2-3 days later, and they're famous. These are things. This is content, and we're more inclined to listen to what they have to say.
Yeah.
Just because we've met them or we saw them on this and that, and now they make music.
It's almost psychological.
Yeah, you just like they make music. Remember like you connecting the dots. People want to feel like they know you in a weird way, and do you know what's crazy? The climate is it's none of their business. It's none of their business, but they want to know you, and ultimately them knowing you is like a family member. Oh, my sister's doing well, because they know you from the journey that you started at, so it feels like you're one of them. Kanye's doing that very well, but he's been on like that since out the gate. Like he came in as a producer, then he won Grammys as a rapper, and then he shot music videos, and then
you make a clothing line, a video game, like
then he was making clothing. Then he went to go on intern at Fendi.
Wasn't that in between the Beautiful Dark
808s and Dark Fantasy.
Yeah.
Now he's creating artwork. Then he sold clothes. Then he went to go and have his own clothing line. And all between that, also making shoes for Nike and Adidas, while releasing albums and producing for other artists in the genre.
So it's like kind of multifaceted out the
so multifaceted.
Yeah.
So, and we've always felt a connection to Kanye because not only of the things he says, but the things he does is actually 100%. So if you're I'm not saying if you're rapping, learn how to shoot videos. If you're rapping, like, learn how to edit. I don't know. I just think it's becoming, you're becoming a dinosaur. I don't think that the climate won't allow it.
I like that term. I think that's a really good way of wording it. You're becoming a dinosaur.
Like, because I don't know, in this day and age, I don't know of many. Slowly it's going to become less and less of time that rappers who just rap.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do more. Like, there's a podcast. Podcast is a big thing right now.
Yeah, Joe Budden.
You're either, now you can't find producers to produce your music, you're gonna have to get on FL Studio and try and make something happen yourself. Or you have a setup at home which you're becoming an audio engineer and you don't even know it. And then that's your way into the industry, and then it's like you're asked to do so much because the music isn't enough anymore. Don't get me wrong, you get those anomalies where the music is amazing and even that, but later on they go and do more even as well.
So
the main players, it's the Tylers of the world.
Yeah. It's
the Tylers of the world, man. You've got you have to, because ultimately the creative inside the creative, and even the businessman that is that even poses as a creative in the industry and makes music
I know a few.
will either wear your creative heart or businessman. From an economical standpoint, it makes much more sense to get as much done by yourself at all times. From an economical standpoint, it makes you much more money to keep everything under control. But also in the creative sense, the creative boy inside you or the creative child inside you would want to make sure that it's in control of everything, of the vision. And the vision is very, very expensive.
Yeah. And
for that reason, because we found in history, and it still happens to today, like when labels or someone who doesn't have a huge interest in music invest in it, and then that distorts the vision, and as a result the creativity is compromised, and it's like, this is not fun anymore, why am I in it? And you find people get miserable. People are realizing that with time. But not only that, the gatekeepers that had the key are not the gatekeepers anymore, because my way in is SoundCloud. So what do I need you for again?
Like
as a
label?
Streaming.
Like
I've got streaming. Like I can do this by myself, and I need you again for what? Like this is my dream, and I can do it by myself. And then I can generate money by myself, not giving you anything, not even a nickel. You can walk and chew gum. A lot of times in life, you'll be put in the confines of a room, but you're more than a room. You're building. You are building as well. And for that reason, you should not feel like you can only do one thing. And I think that holds people back as well. And another thing is be yourself. I hate hammering this one home because it just sounds so, so cliche to say, be yourself, be yourself. But be yourself, because ultimately you being different will be the difference in the end.